Thank you, Doc. We're back. Robbie the Roll. Whoopee. Good group.
This has got to be one of the best audiences we've had in a long time.
Yeah. Everybody's really getting charged up for
Yes.
the holidays.
It looks very pretty here. The old Carson spread.
Now, I was going to say poinsettias, and I know better. Poinsettias.
Poinsettias?
You did it wrong.
I did it wrong again, yeah. Poinsettias.
For years, I would say poinsettias. And you corrected me every year because it's poinsettias.
Poinsettias.
And you said it wrong.
I did it wrong.
You said poinsettias.
Yes.
Where do those come from?
Outside.
Outside. This man is not a producer for nothing, folks. Mr. de Cordova is not here and did not do bedtime for Bonzo. Bonzo's dead, you know.
Yes. Sorry to hear
A lot
that.
of people didn't know that.
This is a letter from a nice lady,
We're going
Gladys.
to talk about that, as a matter of fact, on, I think, Friday night.
Friday night, we're going to do something
We'll
about
have a little
that.
tribute to Bonzo.
To Bonzo. We should.
We've been getting mail about Bonzo. Remember Bonzo, the chimpanzee?
Fred directed all those pictures.
Not all of them. Some of them.
How many did?
Bonzo Goes to College, Bedtime for Bonzo. Bonzo...
So Private Eye. You always forget that.
Bonzo Private Eye.
My favorite.
Bonzo Sells a Lid. Bonzo Visits a Head Shop. All of those things.
Yeah, all those great ones. Here's a letter from a nice lady in Cleveland.
How do you know she's a nice lady?
That's just the way she writes. Well, look how she addresses me.
Dear number one announcer.
You're going to like a lady like that.
Of course you
right?
do.
Gladys?
She should learn how you spell your name, though.
Yes, well...
M-C-M-A-N-N. You don't
Well, a lot
spell
of people write to me that way.
That's
That's
true.
all right. J-I-R-O-U-S-E-K. How would you pronounce it? Jurosk?
I wouldn't. Gladys...
Juros?
Jusik.
Gladys, I'm sorry.
Jurosek.
Jurosek? Jurosek. Anyway,
Or
she
Jurosek.
writes a nice
Probably
thing.
Jurosek.
And then she sends this. Her husband was looking through the attic, as we will from time
really?
to time.
Likely story.
Here's just before you started the Tonight Show.
Oh.
Bobby, can you get this? Then I want to read you some of the quotes. Just get a load of this. This is
Cleveland
18
Press.
years ago. The Cleveland Press.
Oh, come on.
TV magazine. Look at this. Just before he started the Tonight Show. I love the
Well,
pose.
I'd like to get one of you.
Well, I love the pose. Watch how cute the pose is. Do that.
What?
Do that.
Hi.
Hi. All right, it goes on. It says, what is Johnny Carson really like? And they compare you to Parr, Jack
Yeah.
Parr, and they say that you have a lot in common, both born in the Midwest. Reared in other states, both got their big break replacing stars. You replaced Red Skelton, he replaced Jack Benny. Both are family men. You have 3 children. He has a daughter. Both served in World War II. You're in the Navy, in the Army.
true.
Then it says, there the similarities end. Carson is a man who gets along with everybody, especially the press. And Ed Sullivan. He's never walked off a show, and he has no kooky friends. You got me.
You know better than that. All the friends I have are a little bit
Kooky.
off of the wall. That goes back, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Yeah.
All right, now, since you're bringing up mail,
Yes.
now remember the letter you brought in here, I believe, last Friday,
Well, the little boy?
from the
His
little
mother
boy who
wrote it?
was 3 years old, who wrote and said...
His mother wrote, yes.
His mother wrote, and you weren't here.
I was
one
off the
night.
show.
Doc was on the show.
Right.
The little boy, the mother said, turned to her and said, "Where's Johnny's boss?"
Right. That was
Cute little 3-year-old, right? Okay, I have a letter here from a Mrs. Jill Marostica. No address. Says, "Dear Johnny, my husband and I enjoyed the letter Ed McMahon had for you on the Tonight Show where the 3-year-old referred to Ed as your boss. We particularly got a kick out of this because our 4-year-old daughter, Amy, has always referred to Ed as your daddy." You see how much
fresh kid's name?
see how much brighter they get when they get to
Get
be
older,
4?
right?
You had a little 3-year-old who didn't know anything. I'm talking smart
Well, I
4-year-old
mentioned
kid.
that. I was kind of a father
Referred
figure
to
to
his Ed
you.
as your
Yes.
daddy. No, he didn't mean it that
son,
way.
I
He
know.
meant you look like my daddy.
Yes, all right, son.
Now, here is a picture that appeared in the
Wow.
Ogden, Utah press. It was United Press. Apparently went over the United Press International Wire. And it is a monkey in the Stanley Park Zoo, Vancouver, British Columbia. Sits pensively in his cage, apparently pondering the fate that caused his resemblance, or vice versa, to the Ayatollah Khomeini. Now, Khomeini's picture is down on the right-hand side, and look at this. Is this kind of strange? Is that weird? And the caption was, humans are always giving us monkeys a bad name. They take hostages, fight, shoot, and kill people, then accuse each other of acting like monkeys. One of us has to change his appearance. If he doesn't shave, maybe I will. My family comes from the rangelands of Central Africa. Isn't that funny? True. All right. This show doesn't go to Iran, does it?
No.
Okay. My first guest tonight, you all know. Should we get rolling here? John Davidson is probably one of the best singers around, and he's going to be hosting the show next week and up till New Year's Eve, I believe. And he's going to be starring in a television movie in January called The Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders. Does this mean John's putting on his girdle, or? John is there. Okay.
What was that he's going to be starring in?
He's starring in a television movie called The Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders, Part 2.